This is going to be a really short episode, but our subject is definitely one worth mentioning, since it's an IRL troll. An important aspect that must be understood is that IRL trolling of Chris did not begin with the man in the pickle suit in March 2009, although it is arguably considered the most memorable instance of it. Take it back exactly 4 years, prior to ED, Something Awful, and 4chan's discovery of Chris. This subject was not involved in Chris's life for long, but they are remembered for trolling Chris at one of his attraction locations, and it was notable enough that he was banned from the location, and the event became a sub-episode in his comic book series. This is Hanna. It is 2005 and Chris is 23. Chris posts a story on his MySpace detailing an event that took place at Charlottesville Fashion Square Mall. Although the exact posting date is unknown, it is estimated to be between March 30th and April 2nd, 2005. Just so everyone is aware, there are 3 instances where the story is recounted, but some go into more detail than others. We'll begin with the post. The post says, quote, "One day in March 2005, I now go to Fashion Square on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays with my Nintendo DS, GBA videos, GBA jukebox, my Sonichu scrapbook, and I brought up some courage to start saying hello to the girls I find very pretty, and possibly boyfriend-free. Earlier this week, a girl, who shall remain nameless in this story, finally noticed and approached me. I was hoping for a moment like this, and she asked me to have a beverage with her and talk about things. I was very ecstatic, and my shattered heart had a speedy recovery back to 100%. We had a nice mini-date. I maintained eye contact, I was very attentive, and I took notes about her. I thought she was very pretty, I enjoyed her charming wit, and I found her to be a very nice and lovely girl. But, later on, as I was figuring out steps for future dates, I learned from a couple of gal pals that I had previously made at the shopping center that my new girlfriend was not serious. She was setting me up for a prank. I could not believe it at first, so I found and asked her myself. Unfortunately, it was true. I was shocked, and my heart was reshattered down to being 15% intact. In an entry from Chris's diary from March 29, 2005, Chris expands on the event, offering more facts. 29 March. Well, at the mall today, my heart had an extremely fast recovery, then it became majorly shattered again. I went to the mall like normal. I picked up some chicken nuggets and a drink, then I went to my spot. I pulled up a chair to sit and eat my food on. Then, from out of the blue, this cute girl approached me, and she asked me if I was looking for a girlfriend. Her name was Hanna, and she was 18 years old. I said yes, and we small-talked for a bit. Then she invited me over to Starbucks for coffee. After she left, I became very excited and, oh my god, all over. After calling Mom and eating my nuggets, I lifted the chair with such cheer and grace and spun around with it like a dancer. Then I put it back where it was. I felt that my love quest had finally come to an end, and I so elated that my shattered heart had a full, fast recovery. I went to Starbucks and we talked about basic things. I showed her my Sonichu scrapbook. She was very impressed. I gave her my email and both my phone numbers on a Sonichu site card, and she gave me her email address. I was very attentive as I took notes about her and maintained eye contact. As I left her, I gave a double-take flirt. That was the rise. Now here comes the fall. As I was sitting at my spot thinking about future steps for later dates, Anna and Dana told me when they talked to Hanna, she told them that she was setting me up in a prank. I could not believe it, so I found and asked Hanna. Sadly, it was true. Then in major shock, My heart shattered again by 85%, and I let out a big no. So my love quest has restarted. And as for that date of ours, I'll always remember it, but as far as I'm concerned, it does not count as my first date. I was not as happy as I was today in a long time. I am once again heart-shattered and sad, but I will not give up on my love quest, because there has to be one true boyfriend-free, dateable, non-pranking girl out there somewhere. Chris adds concluding remarks to this entry 2 years later in November 2007. Quote, "After that shout, I got kicked out again, and I'm still without the Fashion Square shopping center that I've grown accustomed to after my whole life." After the Hanna incident, Sonotru number 1 was released on April 18, 2005. In sub-episode 2, The Rise and Fall of My Heart, Chris tells the same story, but he replaces Anna and Dana with Rosachu. The comic includes a couple facts about Hanna. She plays guitar, she likes Chuck Palahniuk, the author of Fight Club. She's blonde, and at the time she worked or works at the Charlottesville Fashion Mall's Starbucks. In the epilogue, the page shows Chris's computer and an email he sent to Hanna. "Hanna, Fandana, I just wanted to say that I appreciated you being the first to approach and say anything to me. I get very nervous, so I was hoping for that to happen. Also, I appreciated you taking the time to chat with me at the shop, and I was very elated, excited, and butterfly heartful from the positive events. But it was not very nice for you to have led me on just to pull a prank on me. I was terribly hurt. Before you stepped into my world, my heart was previously shattered due to previous events, and it was 20% repaired. After you came in, my heart had a miraculous, speedy recovery to 100%. Then, after I had learned from you that it was a lie, my heart was shattered back to 15%. There is a lesson to learn through this. Never make a joke or prank at the expense of another person's feelings and emotions. But still, after cooling off, I also want to say that I thought that you, Hanna, looked very pretty. I enjoyed your charming wit and personality, and I thought of you as a nice and lovely girl. If you should ever change your mind on how you feel about me, you may look me up. But please tell me 2 things in your reply. You don't smoke, do you? That stuff really turns me off. Are you boyfriend free? Sincerely, Christian W. Chandler. P.S. You may take this as a clue, but keep in mind that I did graduate from high school with honor roll, and I did make good grades at PVCC. You may want to look up redacted in a search. As of today, whether or not Hanna responded to Chris's email, or if Chris even sent the email to her, is unknown. In 2008, in an AIM chat with Vivian G., Chris elaborates on why he was banned from Charlottesville Fashion Square Mall, explaining that a jerk-off, Scott Palazzo, hates him and banned him from the mall. He later concedes that he is not wholly banned, but cannot enter the premises without one of his parents accompanying him, and he tells Vivian that it was the Hanna situation that led to this. But he still takes issues with the male jerk-offs and affirms that they're against him. Although Vivian attempts to reason with Chris in regards to his behaviors after Hanna turned him down, Chris argues that his emotions and heart were toyed with, saying that his actions were justified and warranted.